Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to show you how I film in my travel journal. And this is about my trip to Göteborg or Gothenburg. I unfortunately wasn't able to film anything to vlog, mainly because it was raining a lot there. So I didn't feel like, trying to film while also holding my umbrella. So I thought maybe to compromise, I could dedicate a whole video just for my trip and also show you how I journal in this one, which I don't think I've shown you like how I journal. But I wanted to show what I got while I was there, and I just have everything in this bag except for these. So I got some candy. This is like the last thing I bought. But I finally found the White Rabbit cream candy. I've eaten some of these already, but also the lychee gummy jelly. I love everything lychee. I also got a film roll, which I haven't used yet, so I'm excited to use this. Also an Instax pack, which I've used up, and a water bottle holder from Fjällräven. The rest is in here. I guess I'll just show everything while I'm here. They're not in any particular order, but I think maybe let's just try like from each store. At the stationery shop, I got this. Oh, and also a pen. Hold on. I'm surprised I didn't get that much, but I got a Marvel Le Pen, which I remember I used to use, and I really like this because it is so quick drying. Hold on, let me show you. Like, it's nothing. I'm happy with that. And I also like to buy a washi tape from every country that I'm in. I haven't taken it out of the package yet because I want to use this in my journal. And I got 2 of these like craft envelopes, mainly to keep my journal supplies in. Not supplies, but in here I just have like the paper bits that I have in my journal. And I figured that if I have a bigger folder, it won't get too bulky, because I used to use this, which is like the same design, but it will get really bulky since all the paper is stacked. So with this I can kind of spread it out a little bit. It made sense when I bought it, and it wasn't that expensive. I went to the science fiction bookshop. I got some BT21 stickers. This is so cute. A postcard, because I always get postcards, and I love this one. And I think this may be my favorite purchase that I did. I haven't even taken it out of the packaging. But it's a little calico cow. So cute. I think I stood in front of the display for a good 15 minutes just trying to pick which one I wanted to get. In the end, it was this one. I went to a film store and I got, like I said, film. So I want to cut this out and use it in my journal. And I think that, oh yeah, then I went to a tourist information center, and I got postcards, like a typical tourist postcard to put in my journal, and I always get a stamp from the country. So it just says Sverige. I always get like a really touristy magnet from my parents. At the museum, I didn't get much, but I got a postcard. This is like a little bit bigger than what I'm used to when it comes to postcards. So I just got one, and then I got a magnetic bookmark. And I think that's like everything that I bought. But I have some, this is a fortune cookie that I got. The ticket for the museum. More tickets. This is the candy wrapper that I want to put in. I printed out some photos with my Kodak printer. Oh yeah, and I got like a big tourist map, but I decided to find where I was, so I could just use this part. And then some brochure. This is the guide I want to cut out some stuff from. There was like a photo booth that was free, so of course I had to use it. This reminds me of like school picture. And then these are some Instax that I took. They're really dark, but it's a vibe because it was quite dark while I was there. It was cloudy. yeah, that is everything that I have, and I'll use some of that in my. Let's get started. So you saw what I bought there, and now I just want to tell you what I did there. I was contemplating on whether I wanted to split this video and have my haul in one and then my journal in one, because otherwise it will be a very long video. But you guys like the longer videos anyways. I was like, why not? Actually, now I don't really know how long the video is, but we figure it out. Anyways, so I decided to go to Göteborg. I was just really sad and I didn't want to do anything. So I was like, maybe a trip will cheer me up. And I seen my friend, she took a day trip there. And so I asked her for like recommendations, and it was a very spontaneous move. Spontaneous, what's the word? Thought. But it was like a week after, because I booked the ticket for the Friday of the next week. But anyways, I remember I've been to Göteborg before, but it was like 6 years ago with my parents and my brother, and we didn't really do much. We just walked around, and we went to a mall, and then before we left to go drive back home, we stopped by the botanical garden. That was nice. This time I didn't go because it was raining and it was a little far away from where I was, so I decided to skip it this time. My train was leaving at 6 a.m., but I was at the train station about 30 minutes early because I would rather be there too early than too late. But I did get a coffee, which was nice. I actually got it for free because I had filled up my coupons. No, not coupons, like membership stamps thingy. Anyways, the train was already at the platform, so I decided to find my seat, which I had reserved just to be sure. And oh, I digress. But if you know me, I have this thing with numbers where it have to end in 0 or 5 if I can control it. For example, with temperatures, volumes, and etc. Knowing that I can reserve a seat, I was like, okay, let's just do it. Or otherwise, I would just think about this the whole trip. So I was really happy to be able to reserve seat 195 in carriage 5, both like on the train there and on the train back, which was, oof, love that for me. It takes about less than 4 hours ish from Oslo to Göteborg, which isn't that bad because I like to take trains. I think I prefer trains over buses because it's just one direct. It doesn't move that much, so the chances of me getting motion sickness is limited. But I had downloaded some episodes of 911, so I was finally able to catch up. And actually, I didn't sleep that much, which was surprising. But I guess I wasn't tired. I think I slept at like 3 a.m. the previous night, or maybe 2, because I had to get up at like 4. Anyways, so yeah, I watched my episodes, and then I arrived, and it was raining so much. But I was prepared, and I bought like a new umbrella from Monkey. No, but luckily it didn't rain all the time I was there. It rained like heavily when I went. Heavily when I first arrived, but then throughout the day it didn't rain that much. So right by the central station was the mall. I can't remember the name of it. Norstad, I think. But I decided to leave like the mall till the end because I have to go through it anyways to get to the train station. Why would I spend too much time there now when I can do that later? Anyways, so me being me, I had of course prepared places I wanted to go, both from my friend's recommendation, but also me just googling, for example, like Göteborg bookshops, Göteborg yarn shops, just like anything I wanted to do, and add the word Göteborg in the back. So I have put everything in a Google Doc, which if you want, I will leave a link to it down below, just in case you want to save it for any future trips. So my number one thing on the list was a stationery shop called Room for Paper, or Room for Paper. So I was walking there, but on my way I actually stumbled across a Uniqlo, which was on my list. So I went inside mostly to look at the infamous bag. What is it called? Like the half moon bag that is all over TikTok. But I didn't like the material, and from what I've seen on TikTok, they have changed it because now it's a more waterproof material, which it is nice, of course, but I just don't like it. Oh, I didn't get it. And there were other couple of items that I wanted to look at, like a shirt and a dress, but oh my god, the price. It was expensive, so I didn't get anything. Room for Paper is a cute little shop, and I spent a lot of time there. And I tried to follow my list and see where the closest places was. My next stop was the science fiction bookshop, which I also spent a lot of time in, just looking at everything, and they have so much cute stuff. So I was there and I looked, and they had a cute cafe in there, which I kind of wish I spent. Kind of wish I sat down, take a little break, because I feel like everything was just like go go go. That even though I had 9 hours, it quickly, like those 9 hours can quickly go by. And also, I brought my journal and journal supplies, but I didn't journal, which was like a waste. Anyways, next stop, or next to the bookshop, was the English bookshop. But the prices were like almost the same as Norway, so I didn't get anything. But another bookshop that had crazy cheap prices is Adlibris, which I know the online shop, and I have ordered quite a lot from there. And my friend said it was really cheap, but I couldn't imagine how cheap. The Black Penguin classic books, you could buy 3 for the price of 1 here in Norway. I was shocked. But again, I didn't get anything. And because for me, I didn't want to get the books just because they were cheap. Anyways, this time I was struck on my way to Trøgårdforeningen because my nose started to bleed out of nowhere. So I had to find a place I could use the toilet because I wanted to blow my nose, and just it's a whole mess when my nose starting to bleed. So I had to walk a little, and luckily I came across a library. So I spent 20 minutes just trying to stop my nose from bleeding. But yeah, it's a normal thing for me. My nose bleeds quite a lot. It's just really annoying. So after all of that, after freshening up, I went to the art museum because it was really close by. But my dumbass didn't take like a guide, so I didn't know where to go. So I just walked up and down, just looking at stuff. And like I normally like to take the elevator up to the top floor and then go down, which is actually what they recommended, but the elevator wasn't working. So I went up and I looked at the things, at the paintings, and then I went down to get a guide, and then I went back up because there were some paintings that I wanted to see that I clearly walked past my first initial walk past. But it was a really nice museum. And so after museum, when I stopped by the photo, and it was actually on my list of places to visit, and I got a roll of film that I showed you, and then another Instax because I used up the one I had, and my dumbass didn't bring the pack I already had at home because I didn't think I would use them up. Anyways, I finally got to Trøgårdforeningen, the Palm House. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And it had a little balcony, and again, if I had more time, I would sit there and maybe journal. But yeah, again, I didn't. Because at this moment, at this time, I had an hour left before I had to go to the train station. And now looking back, like, what did I do? How did I spend 9 hours in Göteborg? And I did so little. Because I walked a lot. I walked to the places. I didn't take the public transport. I'm gonna blame that. So I had about an hour before my train was leaving, and I just wanted to be close to the train station. So I just decided to head back to the mall. But on my way there, actually, I walked past like this boba shop called Me and Tea, which was on my list, which kind of fun. And so I got a taro boba, which I always get at like boba shops that I've never been to, just because it's a safe flavor for me. And then I walked around the mall, and then I went to a gift shop at the train station. But I'm so dumb. I'm like, don't buy the first thing you see because the price will probably be cheaper other places. So I first went to like the tourist information place, and they had a cute magnet, but I didn't get it there. And then they had another gift shop at the mall, but I didn't get it there either. And in the end, I got one at the train station, and that was the most expensive one. But oh well. I got an overpriced typical tourist magnet for my parents because I just like to buy them magnets. Speaking of overpriced, I got an overpriced lemon cupcake just so that I could sit at a cafe and wait for my train. Was it worth it? Not really, but I would rather sit there than stand outside. I guess. And then the train came and I found my seat. And then I was just on my phone a lot and I watched some more episodes of 911. And I just sorted out everything that I had bought and all the paper bits and stuff. 3 hours and 32 minutes later, I was back in Oslo. And I bought a crispy chicken and I got back home and I fell asleep. Yeah, that was my trip. I would definitely go back because there were places I wasn't able to go to just because, like I said, I decided to walk everywhere, and some shops were like 30-minute walk, which I wasn't too keen on because then I would like spend an hour just getting to and from places. But overall, it was a very fun trip. It was a nice day trip, and I'm happy I went. I don't have much to say. I feel like I talked quite a lot already, but thank you for watching this video. If there's any questions, please don't hesitate to ask and I will answer as quickly as possible. Until next time, I hope you guys have a good day, good evening, good night, wherever you are, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!